just to clarify, he did just say you can definitely drink that. You can't drink all running water. Look how smeggy the forest is.
And the water's moving that quick, any bacteria ain't got a chance to multiply. So it stays pure.
Yeah, but there could be stuff floating in it, like a spider or a bear. There are two different routes to pick from, dependent on your ability. We're going to do the hard one on the way up and the easy one on the way down. It's about 10 kilometers as a whole loop, so just to add to the spice, the first part of the trail actually goes downhill. I don't know why, a few hundred meters or so, which means you have a more steep uphill climb afterwards, which we are now tackling. So is it going to be the highest you've ever been?
Yeah, apart from the plague.
2,700 feet, I believe it is.
Not to be deterred. Ah, for the Queen.
So after getting in, stocking up on provisions, parking up and that kind of thing, we started at about 2:15. They reckon it takes about 4 hours to do it. I reckon that's bollocks. I reckon that includes French naps and that kind of thing. But we'll see. How are you going on?
Alright.
It's about 27, 28 degrees. Yeah, I think it's toasty. I mean, luckily we've got shade for the most part, but it is humid. How far till we get to a bit that says for May?
About 200 metres from top, there'll be a load of trees across the path and it'll say closed, diversion, and it'll send you back round the other way.
It is a lovely place. We should be about out of the trees. Soon, surely. They're thinning out a bit. Once again, it is very green and quiet and peaceful and stuff, but up to now, about an hour in, I'd say we could be pretty much anywhere else in Canada. Oh, it looks like this, doesn't it? Not an awful lot of reward for the high blood pressure. How high up do you reckon we are? Any idea?
No, not at all.
We're at tree level.
There's just no reference point, is there?
No, there is no reference point. Well, I mean, we're still going up. We must be getting somewhat closer. Which one do you want? The extreme caution one or the sheltered one?
Which is the shortest?
What an absolute weapon. Which one are we going for? Extreme caution.
Extreme caution. It's always a good idea, isn't it? So extreme caution.
Anything with the word extreme in it's better, isn't it?
I think so.
It's a good word. Right, let's go and be extreme. Well, they're definitely getting bigger and steeper and more extreme.
Not particularly wheelchair access.
Not quite, no. We've officially made it into the sky, past a few of the trees. There we go. There's the first sip of the reward. Look at the state of this bit. If you want a break, turn around.
Look yonder.
Look at all this.
Look. That there, the rocks.
I believe that might be the top. What do you reckon to this? Is it starting to become worth it?
Oh, it's worth it, yeah.
Is that the top up there?
Hey?
Is that a bit at the top?
I think so.
Buzz in. What a magnificent place.
Hello. Look, dark.
if you recall another conversation about you beating me to the top of the mountain,
Oh yeah.
I think you'll find yourself overtaken at the last second. The slipstream oh fucking hell. There, he beat you down as well. He's gone. He's shit. I've been done over. And he died. And that's how I reacted. He took his chance.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. Adrian!
Good news, that was a false alarm. This is not the top. Bad news for arteries, heart and lungs. Good news for my potential winning streak. Right, Dad's going that way. I'm gonna try this one. Fucking hell. I immediately regret this decision. But in the name of perseverance, Lewis the Super Goat continues. Is it the top? Oh shit. The top's over there. Fuck. Well, now I'm kind of committed to this ridge. Bollocks. Go over here, down the other side, and then up there. But must not lose to 49-year-old high blood pressure man.
We're not at the top.
Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, we'll go down to get up.
Dad feels cheated by the system.
I do.
He thought that was the top, as did I at first. He fell into the same trap. So now we're going down once again to go back up. Once again, short paths. One that's slightly close to death, but also could be nearly died. Could be valuable seconds close to victory. He seeks to overtake his opponent. World's most dangerous race. He's off around the outside. They can see the finishing line. And last minute, the young mountain goat on jet fuel shamelessly overtakes the man of high blood pressure. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. If you look just behind us, you can see a golem-like figure making his final ascent.
I bet that's exactly.
Ow! It just broke my whole leg. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a tactic straight from the books of North American racing, the NASCAR slipstream manoeuvre. Weight behind all the way, pound to the last second. So we did it. Total time of exactly 2 hours actually.
I don't think that's bad. My age, weight and condition.
It's not bad at all. I think that's pretty speedy. The way down will be faster, so we're on track for the 3 hours mark. How do you feel now you've done it?
Fantastic. It was well worth it for the views. Nice view of the river. My boots have held up well. My heart's still pumping. I'm alright.
I reckon we battered it, to be honest.
2 hours ain't bad.
What a magnificent, magnificent place. Do you want to hear the understatement of the century?
What's that?
They reckon from this point you can see 10 million trees.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon there are way more than that. Billions of them everywhere. You can see 10 million trees from the highway. Go on then, home time. Down we go. In Canada, just an astonishingly nice place to be, like consistently. I mean, the view up there was stunning. You saw it as well. It was brilliant. The climb was fun. But I mean, in general, like it's just spacious and nice, and natural, and safe. I mean, there are places in the world like Dubai, which are also clean and safe and organised, but it's too much. You know what I mean? It's not a real place. They're manufactured to be that way. And then the other side of the spectrum, you've got parts of Africa which are untouched by humans, but you will get malaria within about 3 seconds, and then you'll also contract cholera and typhoid. Try and drink some water, and that's too far on the other side of the spectrum. But Canada, I reckon, is the perfect middle ground between those two things. It is clean, safe and organised, but not too much. They've still kept all of the real things that were already here before humans came and stormed the earth. And not only that, but it's also just an interesting place. I mean, there's some cool history and everything. There's like the town we're going to visit later. Super unique place, like I mentioned. That's going to put the icing on top of the cake. That is the all-round, well-rounded destination to visit for literally everybody. That is Canada. Trust me, it's a gem. You'll see. There and back again. He's made it.
Yay!
So, up and down Mount Carleton, the highest peak in all the Maritimes in Canada,
Yeah.
in just over 3 hours, which
That's not
actually
bad, is it?
I think it's a world record if you filter it down to two Englishmen
Yeah.
on a Saturday in September
Yeah.
by the names of Lewis and Dad,
Yeah.
born in the years 1994 and 1969 respectively.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Am I right?
I think we should ring Norris McWhirter as soon as I get a signal.
That's something they'd put on a plaque here, innit?
Yeah.
How do you feel after all that?
My feet ache.
Yeah.
I'm moist.
Yeah, I'm damp. It's just sweet low. That's close enough, isn't it? Yeah. One more stop on today's list. It's getting quite late. It might be dark by the time we get there. It's 2.5 hours away, but one more stop to go.
2.5 hours away.
This one's going to be spicy. And we are officially out of New Brunswick and into Quebec. I think I preferred New Brunswick to Nova Scotia. I think it was a good state.
I agree.
Would you rate it out of 10?
Oh,
Had a bear in New
bear,
Brunswick.
so 11.
Yeah, made it. So, as it's late, it's dark, it's been a long day. I'm going to keep this bit quite brief. Firstly, we've just entered Quebec, which means New Brunswick is now complete. That's 2 states down and 1 to go. It also means we go back an hour in time. We've crossed into a different time zone. But more importantly, we're now passing through a town. The town that I mentioned earlier was incredibly unique. And the reason it is so unique is because it is called St. Louis du Ha-Ha. It is the only town in the whole world with not 1 but 2 exclamation marks in its name.
Sounds like a laugh.
You've been waiting so long to say that, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's only actually got a population of 1,000. Nothing actually happens in St. Louis du Ha-Ha. They reckon it was named a few hundred years ago, and a ha-ha was like an abrupt ending to something, like almost like a warning that like a ditch was coming. You would say, ha-ha, a ditch to fall into. but some old language thing, maybe it was a French thing, I don't know, but they reckon the reason they've called this it is because St. Louis is next to a big river called the River
Lawrence.
Temiscouata,
Oh, was it?
I believe. Yeah. So it was called St. Louis, and by the way, there's a big river, so you can't go any further. I don't know why. They're French. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that is the fascinating fact you all waited for. Anyway, let's.
We've driven 2,000 miles for.
Yeah, that's all we came for. That's all we came for. And on that brilliant and fascinating note, we're going to continue on to where we're staying tonight, not far from here, and going to bed. It's been a long one, but it's been a good one. What a grand day. But on that note, yeah, off home, well, home for the night and off to bed. See you in a bit.